Fresh cough. I've only been in about 5 minutes.
Oh, good. I didn't realise how late I was, but those bloody tyres.
Hello, Biggest. Oh, I need to...
Me?
It's too hot.
I bought coffee beans instead of ground.
Oh, I do that so many times.
I've got a grinder now, though, so I had freshly ground coffee.
Ouh là là, c'est bon, madame.
I feel very continental.
Oh là là, c'est bon, madame. C'est bon, c'est bon. We're live.
Everybody, welcome
in. Come on and sit yourselves down.
All none of you.
All none of you. Is this tweeted? Okay, oh, maybe it's not doing it. We are live right now. A little late, but fizzing with stories. Watch for free at www.twitch/TLNA. Oh, I spelled. I'm an idiot. Doesn't matter. Let's fire off some ads.
You're talking.
Yeah, that's my job.
Fast.
Oh.
Fast.
Yep. Oh. Yep. Yep.
Hello, friends.
Yep. Oh. Oh. Awkwards. Hello, guys. Welcome to the show. A little bit late, but what a show. What a morning. Can you turn that off?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm going to have my second cough of the day. I use almond milk because soy milk makes it go, or like, it's horrible, isn't it?
Also, it's cruel to soy.
Is it Soy's or Sawyer's? Is it Tom Sawyer's?
Yes. It's cruel to Tom Sawyer to milk.
You know, Tom Sawyer, right? Mark Twain is brilliant, right? And I bought a big Mark Twain. I read Mark Twain when I was like 8.
Oh, I could tell there was something special about you.
But you know, like Tom Sawyer, and then he wrote a book, Huck Finn, or the other way around. I don't know which way. And they're both the same story, but from the different perspectives. Why does this keep coming undone? What's wrong with tape these days? What's wrong with tape? Jizz. Oh, okay.
Chin chin. Watch me spill this down my frock.
Welcome. We should probably start the show, shouldn't we?
Hey.
Bing bong bang 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 bong bang bong bang 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 la la c'est bon, madame et monsieur, avec moi.
I didn't know you spoke French.
I've written to an accordion player.
Accordist.
The gentleman who might be playing bass with me. Oh, so the band might be happening.
Right.
So a guy called Ben has been in touch.
Ben the bass?
Ben the bass.
Ben the bass man.
But he plays guitar, right? And my guitar is shonky. Anyway, so he's been in touch via a post I put on a Facebook page saying, I'm looking for a band. And then he met someone at a market playing accordion. And these are the kind of go-to people I want. And he said, I just asked her if she'd be interested. And she said she might be. So I've emailed her. This is amazing. This band is actually happening. Really, the show's late.
For many reasons.
I had my second jab yesterday, and I had my blood test today. I have almost no side effects from the second jab. A little bit of a headache, a bit of a stiff neck, but that's it. Better than global pandemic. So I'm happy with that. And it was in a pharmacy.
Is that like a chemist, but American?
Yeah. No, it's the proper word, actually. And they gave me a free bottle of hand gel, so I went in. It was in a pharmacy, and
you know, in America, in some places, they're giving out free joints.
That's America. I can't criticise them. You know, they
do it the way they do it.
Listen, America's a great country. They were the country that abolished slavery. So they're a great country.
Eventually, after a war.
Technicalities. We can all get sucked into the. Did America abolish slavery? Yes or no?
Begrudgingly.
Yes or no? Is it? It's yes
arguably no.
It's a binary.
Arguably no. It still happens.
Well, arguably, but I'm talking literally. Let's not get bogged. We're getting bogged down in slavery.
White privilege being able to shake that off, innit?
Hang on a minute. I got a clip for that. Hang on a minute. This is Catherine earlier in the week.
Yes, I'm awake.
So it was in a pharmacy, and I thought it was what an amazing There were such lovely people. There were some volunteers there. Is that a hole? No. There was, no, I thought it was a hole there. After meeting up with anti-maskers and the anger
Fury.
and the love that I felt from the people, there was a nice volunteer man, and he was rather jolly, and it was magic. I mean, science, but science magic.
Science plus kindness.
And that was lovely. And then today I went to get my bloods done again. And so I parked up in a place I never park. I parked off the high street, right?
Gosh.
On, the road, maybe you don't know that way. You know where Tesco is?
Yeah.
If you go left, if you go second left, you're down the high street.
Yes.
If you go first left, towards Marx's.
Yes.
There. So I parked there. I never parked there. Right, never parked there, and I parked there. And as I got out the car, it's quite a busy road. I saw a duck and 10 little ducklings crossing the road.
Adorbs.
I thought, oh Christ! And it's a busy road, and I saw a woman on my side of the road getting out to stop the cars, and I jumped out as well to stop the cars.
I love it when this happens.
I wish I'd filmed it. And then I saw an older guy on the other side of the road to stop the traffic there. And they went across and we went, well, this is lovely, isn't it? This is when I took a picture of them from a distance. And then I thought, there's no lakes around here. There's no pot lakes. There's no water. There's no body of water around here.
Is there a park?
There's no water there. And little babies. So
from someone's garden.
Then
These private ducks.
Then they crossed the Prince's Risborough, if you know it, High Street, which is not busy, but another car stopped. Then they walked into the barbers. One of the 12 barbers. They just walked in.
They haven't even got any hair.
And I thought, oh, this is it. And then the lady had stopped the traffic, said, oh, I think they might belong to the primary school. The primary school have got ducks. I said, okay, I'll phone up. So I phoned up and they said, no, we don't have ducks anymore. I said,
Well,
do you want some?
they're here.
Then I tried to phone Tiggy Winkles, but there was no answer. And then I had to go to my appointment, right, for my bloods. This is important. So the barbers came out. I said, look, if you can wait half an hour, I'll come and get them.
They said, what? Sorry, you have to speak up because of the...
And by the way, the jokes about eating duck are so tedious. I mean, Jesus, so tedious. Ian, so I said, if you can wait half an hour, I will come... And I'll come and put them in my car and take them to Tiggy Winkles. And they said, oh, yeah, fine.
Tiggy Winkles, for non-locals, is a wonderful charity-based animal hospital and one of the leading wildlife hospitals in this country.
I think I'm one of their patrons. I think I'm a patron. We talked about it and then nothing happened.
I'd call it, I would say.
I took a deer there once and a peahen.
And a bat.
Oh, and a bat. And baby robin. Anyway. And the barber was like loving it. He said, yeah, I'm fine. You come back whenever.
That's not the barbers that had the parrot.
No.
Different barbers.
Different barbers. One I went to once and I didn't go back. But they're nice people. So I went off and got my bloods tested and had an interesting chat with the young female nurse. She goes, you busy? I said, no. I said, well, I'm just...
I'm in the middle of a duck rescue,
I told her about the ducks. She went, oh... And it does sound... You know, you've got a tall, older man sits down and goes... I've just got to rescue some ducks in a minute. okay, sir.
You sit tight. Is there anyone I can call for you?
And then
Are you wearing this?
Yeah, I was wearing this. Okay. And then she said, oh, God, I've left this on. And then she said, are you busy? I said, no. She goes, you used to be on Talk Radio, right? I said, yeah, I did, but it's been a bit quiet last year. She goes, oh, do you think you'd go to GB News? And I went...
Oh, no.
Oh, God, no, you couldn't pay me enough money. You could actually. But then she said, so did you ever meet Julia Hartley-Brewer?
Oh, God. Had she stuck anything in you at this point?
And I said...
Can you leave?
I said...
Shut up.
I said, I did. But when it's like that, to be polite...
Is she one of the main people she sends blood to?
To be polite, I hedge my bets. Because I hedge my bets. And I said, I did know her. We didn't really get on. And she went, yeah, because I've only just discovered her and I like her. I thought, okay, right, the woman's got a needle in my arm. I ain't getting involved in this. Hello, Ducky, nice to hear. That's better. This is Quackers is better, but it's still piss poor. And to the guy that said on Twitter, when I took a pic, anyway, I'll get to the box in a bit. I had them in the box at one point, and the guy says, I hope you've got air holes in there, question mark, question mark, question mark. I hadn't thought of that.
No, I thought I'd seal it. So this person that was sapping your life force was a Julia Brewer fan.
Because she says it how
Who'd
it
have
is.
thunk it?
She says it how it is. She says it how it is. And I went, I said, and I didn't lie. I was very polite. I said, she's a...
No, you didn't.
I said, I get why people like her. I said, I get why she's not my cup of tea.
I get why evil people like her.
I was a little bit too liberal for her. And Spidey, I'm double vaccinated as well, and I love it. But anyway, so then I went off to get. Then as I left, she went, "Oh, good luck with rescuing the ducks." And then the next cubicle said, "Oh, sounds interesting." Anyway, so then I phoned up Tiggy Winkles and I said, "Here's the deal. There's a load of ducks." I was texting Colin, who runs Tiggy Winkles as well. There's a load of ducks.
Because you're a patron, you get his personal number.
He's friends with Tony Hadley. He says that all the time. I said, here's the deal with ducks. Can I bring them into you, and can I pick up the bebes? Will the mum disown them? Because my sister, who's intelligent and give me the information, do not touch them. The smell will be on them, and the mother will disown them. And it turns out that birds do not identify by smell. They have very poor sense of smell. They do not identify by smell.
Is that because they've only got like holes in their beaks?
And this is a great. We talked the other day about living. This was a living, right? And then she said, "No, bring them in. If you can get them." I was kind of hoping they'd go and get them, but she said, "No, if you can get them, bring them in." Felt like a challenge. She said, "I hope you do, because I really like baby ducks. I like ducklings.
Everyone
I love
likes
them."
ducklings.
So I went into the barber's and I jokingly went, "Do you have any ducks for sale?" That's nice, right? And they said they're really lovely people. And they said, "Yeah, they're out. We've got them in the back." And I went and got my car.
Having a shampoo and set.
I went and got my car. And then they were in like the back toilet, the ducklings, but the mother duck had gone up on a perch and was watching.
Right.
And so the guy got me a box. And me and the woman barber, the lady barberess, is that I don't know, Barbarella?
I think Barbara.
Me and Barbarella were going around picking up these little ducks. And we put them in the box, and when they're in the box, they just stayed there, like, right? But they were going behind the sink and behind the toilet.
And was there a lot of...
Yeah, there was loads of it. But it's high. And we're both talking.
And what about the ducklings?
And me and this woman stopped for a second. I went, "This is living, isn't it? This is living." And so we got the 10 ducklings, and then there was the duck, and the bloke, the barber, was a big fella, hiding behind the door, and he went, "Just grab it." I went, "You just grab it." So I went for it, and then it flew out from the back into the shop, smacked into the window.
Mayhem.
And then this fella's chasing the duck, and he got it. Got it in the box, and we do. And then I took a picture of the box, and someone on Twitter went, "I hope you put air holes in there, question mark, question mark, question mark." I thought, that was some
Thanks, Twitter.
stupid. And then I'm driving to Tiggy Winkles. It's only 12, 15 minutes away. And they're
Shut up, kids.
and I'm talking to them, and then we got to Tiggy Winkles, and I got this box, and the lady said, "What have you got for us?" And I said, "Ducks." She went, "Oh, you're the person I was talking to." Lovely. He said, "I can't wait. The ducklings were great." I said, "They're magic." Handed it over. What was that?
So if no one claims them within 5 days, do you get them?
She said you can just go and drop them off at a pond. I thought, I can't do that. This mum's obviously an idiot.
That's what you do with baby
Single
crocodiles, not with
You
ducks.
flush those.
Yeah.
Single mum. Not too bright. And they got lost. It was so sad. She was leading them so confidently. "Don't worry, guys. I know where I'm going. And she didn't have a clue where she was going. And as you said, right, and my boys will be thrilled when I tell them, as you said, DJ Black said, "I had a brief convo about 3CR with the vax nurse. She said, 'I like that, Jonathan.' Oh, right," I replied, because she hadn't stuck the needle in me at that stage. It's, if people are putting needles in you, I just think it's nice to be polite. I just like to be polite to them. And that was that. And as you said, why does this always happen to you? Well, I found a lady pheasant, not pheasant, it was...
A pleasant.
Well, anyway.
Yeah, it was. It was a... Was it a partridge or a pheasant? It was a pheasant.
Are they a peahen?
No, different thing.
Nut. About a peanut. And I took it, but it died in the car.
Yeah. And
the deer, I picked up a deer and put it in the back of the car. It was magic. It was living. Chasing baby ducks around in the back room of a barber's. That's living, all right.
You know what I've just realised is that I'm hanging out with someone. My best friend is basically my granddad incarnate, right? My granddad.
That's a great compliment.
Right, told me all sorts of stories growing up. One, that he used to go to the fair and do bare knuckle boxing and win. Turns out that was true. Two, he was best friends with Father Christmas and I would become a fairy. Turns out that was less true. And I found that out by trying to throw myself off the stairs to make my wings pop out. Three, that he found a horse in Manchester City Centre.
I love this story.
And rode it to the police station despite having never been on the back of a horse, but he'd seen it done in the Westerns. True. Four, that he could do acrobatics like Burt Lancaster. We were watching his Burt Lancaster film. He used to do all his own stunts because he used to be in the circus, apparently. Grandad said he could also do it. Turns out that was less true as well, as evidenced by the fact that he very rarely got out of his armchair. And the most exercise he did was to put an empty, massive mug of tea there and say, "Lily, love, it's empty." That was as much as he did, right?
I'm trying to find the clip of you asking to dance on his coal scuttle.
No, that was a different film.
Oh, okay.
But you're him. That stuff happens to you. And here's the thing, as I grew up...
How did you find out the horse story was true, said David Turners?
Because my grandma corroborated it and she was no nonsense. And she had to be because he was all nonsense.
I love it.
I'm starting to see history repeating itself.
I felt it was beautiful.
This is the granddad that was super handsome with his teeth in.
He's a good looking fella. He's a good looking fella. I'd say that as a great compliment. I am listening. I'm still trying to find that granddad.
That man is the reason why I have whimsy in my life.
Where is? So I've lost. I know it's a different granddad, but it would be nice to have that clip. But we don't.
Granddad, can I dance on the coal bunker?
Granddad, can I dance on the coal bunker?
My other granddad was an engine driver and told us the story of the haunted siding, right?
And you heard them on 3 counties, you heard them on Talk Radio, his number 1 lady, Miss Catherine Ball.
That's before he called me a bitch for losing my job. My other granddad told us the story of the haunted siding. I've told you that one, haven't I? His mate got out for a poo out of the engine and they used the long-handled shovel to steal it from underneath him.
Why did they steal his poo?
Just to freak him out. Lily, love, it's empty. Different granddad.
Ooh, yes, man.
He was also the guy who told my grandma that his name was Vinnie Royal and she believed it for about 3 months before she realised his name was Bert Boyle. Silly sod.
I'd say that as a great compliment. So
you're him, you're Grandad Bert.
I'll have
just
that.
realised, I've just recognised.
I'll have that. So, so I've had some morning. I've had a great morning. You pumped a tyre up in a white dress.
I pumped all my tyres up. So I'm driving over here. I'd gone past Tesco's where I know you can use the card machine for the wind machine. The card.
Yeah.
Because I've never got money on me, right?
I don't, well, how expensive is it now? Because it used to be 10 pence.
Oh, it's like 20p for 2 minutes.
Okay, still.
But I had to push on to the next. It told me after I was too far away from Tesco, so I had to go to the next petrol station. I didn't know if they even had an air machine.
It's not saying, it's not going, oh, this is urgent. It's like...
Mine goes, pull over slowly.
Oh,
you're in shit,
I'm
mate.
like, you pull over slowly, I'm driving.
Well,
That's what I say to
I've got a
my
long drive to do on Saturday, so I wanted to make sure they were right.
Can you not... You used to be able to take bikes to those machines.
I think you can. You can take what you want.
You can take it, but it won't fit your valve.
It's got 2 ends on it. Anyway, so yeah, I would be wearing a white frock at that point, wouldn't I? But I managed to do it while not getting any oil on me.
What a woman.
We can do it.
What a woman.
We can do it, sisters.
We can... Oh, hang on. I'm really slow on
I found 20p in the stair, like I dropped in the car. I'd never have any money. I found 20p. It's meant to be. It's been a good day.
Stay there.
Paul speaking.
No, that's not it.
All Sainsbury's petrol stations do free air. Okay, it was quite a long way away to go to a Sainsbury's. And I was trying to get to work.
Grab pussy.
No, I'm really looking for Paul saying you can do it right now, please.
You can do it right now,
We
please.
got it. Right.
Yeah.
So we've had joy, we've had fun, we've had seasons in the sun, but the sun got too. We had joy, we had fun, flicking bogies at the sun, but the sun got too hot, so the bogies turned to snot.
Oh.
I want to sing today. I really want to sing. Oh, so I looked at Twitter, and there's someone that everyone hates on Twitter.
Yep.
A female journalist. I don't know her. I can't remember her name. I don't need to say her name. But apparently she's very rude to Meghan Markle, possibly racist. I don't know. I didn't really look into
I
it.
mean, a lot of them are.
Everyone hates her. There's a hashtag, I hate this woman, or so this woman is a liar or something. And I clicked on her to see it. She follows me. She follows me.
Oh, if she's the person I think she was, I did block on block on her because I don't want that sort of.
I don't know.
I don't want it.
I don't know what it is, to be honest. I really would like. I thought this morning, it would be nice for us to sing.
Oh, are we allowed anymore?
Who cares? Who cares?
What are they going to do?
Kick us off their shitty platform that exploits users by taking 50% of their income. Sorry. So I'm going to sing a song.
What are you going to sing?
I'm going to sing Windy. You can sing a song.
Let me have a think.
But you're going to need, for Windy, you're going to need this. It'll become obvious when you need the spoon. Okay? It will become obvious when you need the spoon. Okay, guys? Oh, you'll be obvious when you need the spoon. Okay? I thought.
Is this going to work or is there going to be a delay?
No, this coming from this, so there shouldn't be a delay. This is going to work, guys. Here we go. Here we go. It was Windy by The Association. It's in the key of F.
You may not know it, and if you do know it, you may not recognise it.
That's a great compliment.
He's going to make it his own.
No, that's not what it's for.
Don't tell me how to use my spoon.
No. The use of the spoon will become very, very clear. I don't want you tapping it. That's disrespectful to the association and to Windy and to myself, actually. It's very rude. It will become apparent when you use the spoon, okay? Please, okay? Who's peeking out from under a stairway, calling a name that's lighter than air? Who's bending down to show me a rainbow? Everyone knows it's Windy. Who's tripping down the streets of the city, smiling at everybody she sees? Who's reaching out to capture a moment? Everyone knows it's Windy. And Windy has stormy eyes that flash at the sound of lies. And Windy has wings to fly above the clouds. Above the clouds. It's a flute. Oh, penny whistle. It's a penny whistle. And Windy has stormy eyes that flash at the sound of lies. And Windy has wings to fly above the clouds. Above the clouds. Who's tripping down the streets of the city, smiling at everybody she sees? Who's reaching out to capture a moment? Everyone knows it's Windy. Who's tripping down the streets of the city, smiling at everybody she sees? Who's reaching out to capture a moment? Everyone knows it's Windy. Who's reaching down the streets of the city, smiling at everybody she sees? Who's reaching out to capture a moment? Everyone knows it's Windy. Who's reaching out the streets of the city, smiling at everybody she sees? Who's reaching out to capture a moment? Everyone knows it's Windy. Who's reaching out from stairwell, smiling at everybody she sees.
Turns out I'm really good at the old penny whistle.
You were
Must be genetic.
You were surprising. You saying your mum's good at blowjobs?
No, I'm saying the Irish is outing.
There was a big lump of poo on that rug earlier.
Was it me?
That was fun. That was fun. Unfortunately, we haven't got time for you singing. What would you like to sing? Let's sing. It's just
You
like,
and I. That one.
Oh.
Let's do it. 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 Let's do it.
Oh, let's do it. Let's do it. We want the Linda Ronstadt version. That's what we want.
I bring fresh
Oh,
out.
shut up.
Right.
This is great.
This is my ode to Twitch.
This is a
and the
time
departure thereof.
This is a time to be alive. That was amazing. Yeah, that was amazing. You can't. Oh, let's get. Hang on. Written by Michael Nesmith of the Monkees. Oh, not me.
You and I travel to the beat of a different drum. Oh, can't you tell by the way I run? Every time you make eyes at me.
Do I get to play an instrument in this one? Oh, no. Okay.
And say it will work out. But honey, child, I got my doubts. You can't see the forest for the trees.
You did play an instrument in my one, and this seems unfair.
Oh, don't get me wrong. It's not that I knock it, it's just that I'm not in the market for a boy who wants to love only me. Yes, and I ain't saying you ain't pretty. All I'm saying is I'm not ready for any person, place, or thing to try to pull the reins in on me. So goodbye, I'll be leaving. I see no sense. It's crying, grieving. We'll both live a lot longer if you live without me.
Everybody who's saying Kath's voice is good and didn't say it for me is a piece of trash, and I think should be banned from the chat. So mods.
Don't get me wrong, it's not that I knock it, it's just that I'm not in the market for a boy who wants to love only me.
Time David Turner's out, please.
I ain't saying you ain't pretty.
Go on, girl.
All I'm saying
Go,
is
girl.
I'm not ready for any person, place, or thing to try to pull the reins in on me. So goodbye, I'll be leaving. I see no sense. This crying, grieving will both live a lot longer if you live without me.
Roger, your next message better be something. I think you know what I'm saying, buddy. I'm sailing close to the timeout. That was Cara Fun.
What's Cara Fun? What she's saying is,
Bugger off.
she's fed up. And that is how we do it.
I want to sing. I'm enjoying this. I want to sing another song. What songs have been getting me hot at the moment that aren't Beatles songs? What songs have been? Let me see what I've been.
So many songs.
What have I
Normally
been-
one of your original hits.
Yeah, I want to put those up to one side. I want to do an album of covers, maybe American Standards, and call it American Standards. The Great American Songbook, Volume
that's
1.
been done.
Yeah, by everyone. The Great American Songbook, Volume 1.
Or maybe you should take requests.
No, not from those. They don't know music.
Some of them do.
Who? Where is? I'm trying to find
What
like
about
songs.
Birdhouse?
No. Oh, this is a great song. I won't sing this. Bedouin is amazing.
I never heard it.
This is the singer. This is the singer. The song's called Hum. Right. This is amazing. I've played you one of her songs before.
Oh yes, you have.
Sounds like Carly Simon.
There's also a little bit of Karen in there.
Yeah.
The West is following crisis rules. They can't go swimming in their swimming pool. And the tapes go.
Alistair, yes, you can. Alistair wants to sing as well.
Okay.
I nice.
That's lovely. I don't actually know any of these songs.
Why don't you do a bit of Barry?
I don't feel my voice. Here's one of the side effects of the jab is my voice is a little bit hoarse.
Do you want to do Copacabana?
No, I don't want to do Copacabana. Let's take some calls. Let's take some calls. It's going to be a fun. It's a funshine show. It's a funshine show today. It's all about fun.
And
Dave,
shining.
It's so lovely duck story, says Dave. It's the dad of someone I know on Twitter. You know, I just gave you the best duck story. Duck nests in 9th. Let's read this.
Oh, it's Salford.
Oh, let's have it. I'm on fire.
Might have been my granddad sticking it in a box
Duck
on the 9th floor.
Sticking what in a box? Is D.
Salford duck.
Come on, every man stuck their D in a box, right? We've all stuck our D. We've all stuck our Ds.
Is that what that song was about? I'm a living in a box.
I'm a sticking my D in a box, isn't it?
No.
Okay.
No,
Why
matey.
can't we see us? Could we? Hello. On that screen 2. I need to drag up
Oh,
ours
I've got
cam.
such an itchy nose. I've taken my Beckonase.
Oh.
It's one of those days, isn't it? Fellow allergy sufferers.
Here we go. So Salford duck nests in 9th. Let's watch the video. Who cares about the words? When ducks nest, they usually find a spot close to water.
Yeah.
They don't normally nest down a 9th floor apartment balcony.
Things are going to start to happen.
Looks like things are going to start to happen.
Operation Malad to begin.
A duck
Oh,
specialist.
Jesus Christ.
A duck
I
specialist.
can't believe what's happened over the last 18 months nearly now. It's just unbelievable. For an ornithologist like me, a twitcher, it's the perfect scenario.
Chicks seem a lot more active than they were a few minutes
Jeez,
ago.
this guy makes me want to
From
puke.
when I wake up in the morning,
I rescued them.
sort of
He exploited them
explore around
for
the apartment.
clickbait.
I check if she's
I
got
don't
the
want to see this guy. I'm sorry, I can't.
You're jealous of him?
Shut up, man. I'm not jealous of him.
You're duck brothers in arms, man.
I'm not. No, he's not. He's exploiting them for clickbait.
You didn't think to film yours.
And
Otherwise you
I
wouldn't.
couldn't because I was chasing them. I was too busy rescuing them. But I did think to film them, and that's my big regret of the day. Actually, I've got a really big regret, and that is,
Oh.
excuse me. What songs do I like?
Usually
Oh.
quite sexually aggressive ones.
That's unpleasant.
Well,
Do you like me singing the sexually aggressive? I think that says-
like is as strong.
Let's play some. Let's play some adverts, guys. We're having fun, but we're actually not here to have fun. We're here for a very serious business. So here's the ads.
The business. What about
is-
the monkeys?
I had a lovely message with Mickey Dolenz' wife, Donna Dolenz.
She said, "Don't sing any more monkeys
Yeah,
songs."
she did. Yeah, she did. Yeah, Matty says that guy's a disgrace to the duck saving community, the DSC. And yeah, he's an A. He's an A hole. Richard is missing this. I know what we can do. I know what we can see. So I have been sent more footage.
Yeah.
Oh, now is it on WhatsApp? I can't remember. More footage from our great friend of the show, Gingerbeard Mark, right?
Oh, God.
Of the other day when we went into London. So let me make this big, make it bigger still.
So what is this?
This is the guy who was watching from the cheap seats with his dogs.
So we were doing Vox Pops, right? He's got dogs in a baby harness, 2 dogs in a baby harness.
Okay.
Right, and so I was doing Vox Pops and this guy was watching and just laughing. So I went over to him, right?
Gave you some criticism, didn't they?
Let's go up here. Here we go.
So what is this? A radio show or is it a
It's a camera.
Camera makes it for the internet. It's for the late night alternative.
Never watched it.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
There we go. So that's nice. But then he sent me a fuller, the fuller version. And can we get a link? Can one of the mods or maybe Catherine get a link for Gingerbeard Mark's YouTube channel? He needs more subs because that guy is going. So I'm hitching my wagon I'm hitching my wonky wheeled wagon to that guy. Sent it to me. Rude man. Here we go. Here we go. This guy was so rude, but look at the grace and the dignity with which I take it.
His poor dog being associated with that.
This is like
Look at the name of this as well. Full prick.
I'll work. Well, that's nothing to do with me. That's Mark. I would not record that. Here we go.
Fancy an argument?
So I was giving away free arguments, okay? Giving out free arguments. It's a nice bit of fun.
Yeah. Fancy an argument? Oh my God, look at your dogs. I'm a cat person.
You being shit at this because I've watched you for about 20 minutes there and you've been fucking garbage, lad. You picked on about 4 different people, 17, and not one person has challenged you. I'm not going to challenge you. I don't want to argue with you because I'll fill you in, mate. But what you've done is...
Yeah. I could take you, but I'm not gonna. I know a really good argument, but it goes to a different school.
People there. Is that it?
2 people did stop. So I would say a bit shit.
They stopped because you were in the face. You're actually enclosed on their social distancing like you are on me now. So
Did it? I will stand 2 meters. You did invite me over.
No.
You did.
You looked at me and I went.
You didn't wink at me.
So what is this? A radio show or is there a Vine?
The camera makes it for
Vine?
A Vine?
Ah, he's one of those modern guys.
A Vine?
the internet. It's for the late night alternative.
Never watched it. But you're doing well though.
So we've gone from you're shit to you're doing well. Pick an argument and stick to it, and I will argue against it.
Look at this. I'm just being lovely. I'm just being lovely here. I'm being like, come on, dude. You can't beat me. I'm the
Doing
master.
well being shit. That's what I meant. Fucking hell. That's what I meant. Fucking hell.
Hang on. Let me just work this out. You're doing well at being shit.
Oh no, there's 2.
You can be bad at being shit. You can be good at being shit. You're being on the fence at being shit.
Oh no, I'm not even good or bad. I'm now on the fence at being shit. Let me be good at being shit.
No, you can't be. You can't be good at being shit. You're on the fence at being shit, which is mediocre.
By crushing my self-confidence and my self-esteem that I've spent 25 years in therapy building up, you, sir, have won that argument.
Oh, thank you very much. I didn't try to. I just thought I'd help you out because you were stood there doing fuck all.
Tough guy. This is like a
Tough
heckler.
guy with what is that? A Pomeranian?
2 of them.
Yeah.
This is a heckler who will ruin a comedy performance, and then at the bar got to come in and go, I helped make the show, didn't I? No, you didn't. You're a
Actually,
knob.
it's just nasty.
You're a knob.
Absolute
What he's
Jedi
forgotten
master.
is that in order to get away with that and not come across as a full prick, as suggested there
This
by
is
Ginger
random
Braver,
words put together. Random words.
what you need to do is be charming and slightly more intelligent than you think you
Yoda
are.
himself.
What an absolute bell
Yeah.
cheese.
Also,
What a bell.
yeah, I would give him full props for being confident enough to carry those dogs around in a harness like that. But actually, I think he's probably doing it just to be annoying.
Go and click. Hello, Richard. Go and click subscribe onto Mark's channel, please, because we're about to. I guess a mixture of his channel and our channel. We're about to smash. We're about to smash the internet wide open with some really great videos. Although he said I couldn't watch the rest of that anti-mask protest. It was too miserable.
Yeah.
It was too miserable. I do think there's something in it. It was good. That was
Actually,
a good
really
thing.
good.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
My mum said something really stupid yesterday.
Uh-oh.
In front of my daughter.
Mum talk. Here we go.
Right. And I actually need some help from fellow cat fans.
Oh, let me get Skype open, guys. Let me get Skype open so you can call him. Alistair, we'll call you back in a second. Bud.
There's been change and indeed upheaval at my house recently, and my youngest is...
Someone stole one of her shits with a long shovel.
We've all done a ghost shit. I wouldn't be surprised by that.
Morning, Amy.
We've done it right, where you've been sitting there for ages, look down and it's gone. It's taken itself off down the U-bend.
No.
Wow, well, you've never done a special poo.
But the best thing is when you go to America for the first time and you do a poo and you go, guys, come and look at this. Hello, Gatford.
Hello, I'll just put the washing machine on pause again, sorry.
I couldn't care less, but we can see under your boiler and it's a right state.
No, you
Yes, I can.
I just want... Hello,
Hi.
Ian, hello.
Go on.
Just wondered, quick update, how you feeling after the second jab? I missed the beginning of the show.
Feeling
sorry.
absolutely fine. Slightly numb arm. I went for a walk this morning and I felt a little bit tired and I got a slightly stiff neck, but I'm feeling great. I might have slept funny. I'm feeling absolutely great. No fevers, no sweats, no headache. Took some paracetamol last night, some paracetamol this morning. Voila. Thank you, science. Thank you, Oxford. Thank you, AstraZeneca. Thank you, Matt Hancock, for, he's ruined everything else, but he went in hard on the vaccines. And I think you got to give credit to the government. They got one thing right. They got the vaccines right. Thank you to the volunteers that were stood outside. Thank you to I don't know if it's a nurse or a pharmacist that administered it. I don't know. But thank you, everybody. I've had my 2 jabs. I've got my card. I'm going to get it laminated. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. In answer to your question.
Thank you. And you can also go onto the NHS app and get your verification done, so that you've got like a passport to show that you've had your vaccine.
Apparently, they said that. Yes, I will do that. I am blown away by the difference in attitude between them and the people, the anti-maskers, anti-lockdown, anti-whatever they were, people that I met in London. The difference. I know which side I'm happier to hang out with.
I've got a question.
Although actually, it's none of your business. So you actually asked a very, very personal question that is private business. It's private business.
You answered on Twitter yesterday, so I assumed it was fair game.
Well, sorry. First of all, I'm fair game. Secondly, Catherine.
So you already knew.
So what? So thirdly,
No,
what?
just performative
On
questions.
Twitter yesterday, I was asking for an update today because
I'll give you an update with my fist up your hooter.
Bow.
I wonder if I could ask Kath a question. If that's
Okay, you're getting
Proceed.
past the gatekeeper.
Proceed.
Can I ask you, were you aware in advance of Ian's attractive headwear this morning and your thoughts?
No, but nothing I walk in on in this house would surprise me anymore. Nothing. Literally nothing. Nothing.
Well, that's...
Nothing.
I like it. I just wanted to know if there was a story behind it and had he
Nope.
shared it with you, Kath? Okay.
Nope.
Then back to Ian. Is there a story behind the hat?
No.
Well, real fans will know the story, but first of all, it's not a hat. I would say it's a fascinator. Would you call it?
It's
that?
not fascinating.
Headband.
I'd say it's a headdress.
Okay, that's cultural appropriation from the mighty Native American, who I have nothing but respect for. But the real fans will know the history of this. And as Matty says, Gatford's question to Catherine is about Ian Bumlick.
Isn't that interesting?
Mm.
I wanted to make sure that I was being fair and equitable in today's
Get off
society.
our show.
Don't throw me your crumbs.
Get off our show.
Don't throw me your crumbs.
Get off our show.
At my house, we've had a lot of upheaval. And my mum and dad came over yesterday just to make sure everything was cool, everyone was all right. I was feeling a bit down the moment I got the text from my dad asking if I was okay. And he said, "What can I do?" I said, "Come and have a cuppa." So he came and sat with us for a bit, and we were talking, and we started talking about the kittens that are coming on Saturday.
Okay, yeah.
Right? The girls are sitting there with us, and Mum said, "Oh yeah, I've been talking to your sister about that, and she reckons that Willow's going to run."
I am listening. I'm just getting something that's going to help the rest of the show, but I am listening to this.
So she reckons Willow's going to run away.
Oh no, your mum said that. Oh
Yeah,
no,
and I
no,
said,
no.
"Oh, what a silly thing to say." I said, "Of course, we're taking as many precautions
You're
and
not
being
gonna
as
let Willow
careful as
out?
possible." No.
Well,
But also, we're not going to just put them in a room together and say, "Hello, Georgie." Say, "Sort yourselves out," and we're not going to, ignore the cat for the sake of the kittens. We're being really careful about it. I'm talking to people who work in cats protection. I'm trying my very best, right?
Not the actual Cats Protection League, but in the
Actually,
idea
yeah,
of.
Actually, yes.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
You speaking to the CPL?
No, I'm talking to someone who works with Cats Protection.
But not the Cats.
Helen works with Cats Protection.
The Cats Protection League.
Is it different?
Is
from
a
the
league? I don't know.
Is that like
I
the-
just want accuracy on this channel, Catherine. Please let me be accurate.
Oh no. Maybe I'm talking to the league and I should. Anyway, I'm talking to Helen and she knows her stuff, right? So I sort of talked my mum down and said, "No, that's not going to happen." I said, "That's a little bit dramatic." Anyway, so this morning my youngest doesn't want to go to school. She's frightened that the cat's going to run away because at the moment she's frightened that everything is changing and she has no control over life,
Yeah.
right? So, for example,
And the
over the
cat-
weekend we were going to give some of her old baby toys away that she's not touched for 2 months, and she went a little bit extreme about wanting to keep things that normally she wouldn't care about. But it's symbolic of a change in life that's happening that she's
Alistair,
not wholly
call you back in a
comfortable
sec.
or in control of, right? So here's the thing. That's what we're doing, and I know what
We're
I'm doing.
changing.
It will be fun.
But it's like when we go, "Mum, think what you're doing."
Oh, stop being a D. What's your mum's phone number?
She never answers.
Oh, well, I'll
You'll
text
get
her.
a text message back, all in caps.
Roger says it's just Cats Protection now, no league. Okay, all right. Well, I would like to. Oh, that's 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes. I'm not doing a 6.5 minute. If you've ever done karaoke and done a 6.5 minute song, Jesus, you're in big trouble.
Why am I thinking of Life of Brian now? And there's Cats Protection on one side and Cats Protection League. Quitters over there.
I'm going to do some of this song.
Oh, God.
But I'm not going to do all 6.5 minutes, so don't worry, okay? But I'm going to do some of this. This is in the key of E. Yeah.
It's all right telling us what key it's in. Show us.
swearing in the song. Who are you? Ooh, 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 ooh. It's got the F word. Who are you? Ooh, 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 ooh. Who are you? Ooh, 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 ooh. I woke up in a Soho doorway, a policeman knew my name. He said, you can get up on his own tonight if you can get up and walk away. I cycled back to the underground and the breeze blew back my hair. I remember throwing punches around and preaching from my chair. Who are you?
Right in the cats.
I've gone falsetto and I can't get out. I really want to know. Who are you? Can't get out falsetto. Tell me, who are you? Are you? I'm out of falsetto. Cause I really want to know. Are you? It's in. I can't. No. That song. That's wrong. That karaoke is wrong. That karaoke is wrong. And that's what I hate about the internet. The karaoke is so often wrong. Yeah. It's the only thing I hate about the internet. I didn't mean to worry anybody yesterday, but someone stole my shit. No, I don't mean to. I don't mean to worry anybody, but my bipolar is not turning me into a Nazi. That's a bad. And not turning me. No, what it is doing. Who is this?
Answer the phone, for God's sake.
Who is this calling in at this time of night? Oh, Alice has called in from a different phone because we weren't answering his other phone. This is brilliant. I love it.
I thought maybe you hadn't opened Skype.
Skype is open. I did keep addressing the screen saying, Alice, I'll call you back in a minute, but you kept on pushing through.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, it's good.
All right,
What song do you want to sing?
Shall I, well, Lola, actually.
Lola, call back on Skype because we want to see you. We want to see that beautiful face.
Okay.
All right. My bipolar is really up shit creek at the moment. No more swearing today. Sorry, lots of swearing.
Do one more.
I won't actually.
Go on.
I won't actually. No, I'm
Just
not.
a mild one.
I'm not going to because you want me to say it, and I won't.
Say crap.
No, I'm not going to do it. This is the rest of this show from 45 minutes in, 47 minutes 44 seconds in is SF.
What if I give you a purple nurple, will you?
I don't know what that means. No, get off.
Yeah, nearly got one then.
So, my bipolar, and I think I mentioned this yesterday before the show. I was like, I wrote in an hour and 45 minutes. I wrote a 500-word piece for Retro Gamer. I did my notes for college. I had to do some online learning stuff, answer some questions. I edited and uploaded 3 podcasts all at the same time. Did some banking. And then it was getting too much. And I was, just before Catherine came around, I was almost in tears going, I'm so scared of this. I'm really scared. And then it came down a little bit. But yesterday's show was still a bit, And then yesterday afternoon, it was going crazy again. It was going absolutely crazy. TBC, guys. TBC. Oh, hello there, Professor. From the laboratory, the space underground space laboratory. Hello, sir.
Morning.
Would you mind, gentlemen, excusing me for just a second because my contact lens is going all funny. And
That's not a euphemism for her vagina.
I just need to adjust both.
That's not. You in for Lola, big man?
Yeah, I'll have a go. Will there be any accompanying track?
There's going to be music. You can hear this, right? Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're going to have it. I got a feeling there might be a slight sync issue, but that's their problem, Alistair. That's not our issue. Okay. There's another advert. Have you got get ready?
It's a difficult one to sing in, I think.
Yeah, it's 4 minutes and 15 seconds. Well, you do what you feel comfortable with, ladies and gentlemen. Singing Lola, Alistair. Down in North Soho, where you drink. We've missed it. We've missed it. We've missed it.
Like Coca-Cola.
We've missed it. We've missed it. Alistair, we've missed it. We're going to try again, okay? Do you want me to sing? The intro's really short.
Okay.
Shall I sing the first couple of words with you?
Yeah, please.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. I met her in a club.
Down in Oklahoma. She asked me to dance. Yes. And I come out, but she said, Lola. Hello, Lola. La 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 Lola.
Just having to turn it down a bit because you're muting out, but don't worry, you can keep going. Well, I'm not.
Want the world most please me tight, she nearly broke my spine, oh my Lola. La 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 Lola.
Okay, Alistair, I'm afraid it's a no from me.
Why?
0203 286 6370 is the telephone number.
Finished already?
Yeah. Here's the thing: if you want to phone in and do a karaoke and get us banned on Twitch, you can. Headphones. You need headphones in. That was the problem there. You need headphones. Alistair, if you can get headphones going, then you can do it. It's because it mutes out. You know, it mutes out the stuff. If you want to do a song at any point, just ask. Just ask.
I don't know what I'd want to do.
No, you don't have to. That's the beauty of it. Oh, I know what I want to do. I know exactly what I want to do. I want to dedicate this song to you. This is my song, and I dedicate it. I dedicate it to you.
Oh, nice. Oh, Dave's ringing.
Dave can wait. You ask me if there'll come a time when I grow tired of you. Yes, it was about 5 years ago.
Nice. Nice.
I totes got her, man, and I got you guys. That's called fun. It's 11:11.
Hurtful.
It's 11:11. I looked and it was 11:11. Peace. There was peace in the valley. So the bipolar was yesterday. I was so up and down, and I was starting to froth a little bit. It was getting to. I had a session with my counsellor, and it was getting more and more manic. And I said to her, I'm really struggling to, and it was all over the place. And then I started watching. Then I watched an earlier Bo Burnham special. He's 25. I got to stop watching him. I can't watch the third one. I can't watch it because I'm sat there. I mean, it's incredible. I'm sat there feeling so jealous of him, right? So jealous because he's so good at 25, and at 25 I was doing nothing. I was maybe 11 o'clock show was soon after that, but I was not. And I'm thinking, God, he's already at 25. Be happy is the thing. He's already at 25 made something better than anything I've ever made. And as we know by our favourite musicians, they do all of their best work before they're 30. I'm nearly 50. And I thought my whole lockdown has been a waste of time.
Wow.
Then I thought my entire working life has been a failure. It's been a failure. And I don't go into the show. Oh, it's not fair. I'll be a great dad. Get out of here. And I was frothing with fizz, but also feeling, Paul, I'll call you back in a minute. I'm going to call Dave first. Where's Dave? Oh, Dave, I'll call you first. And I know what you're calling in for. And it doesn't matter because I'm aware that there are chemicals in my brain that are kind of lying to me, but also there is some truth in it. I went to this store. This store is no longer Zilch. It's a P.O. box store. We went there. But if you go there, go to this address, it's still got the Z. This is a store that Davy Jones had. It's still got the Z on the door handle. Although I think they may have been stolen, actually. They were there when I was there. By
you?
No. Though I considered it, but I thought I'm going to keep these here for other people. But I did consider stealing them. So basically, I think my whole life has been a failure, and all my work has been pointless, and it's a piece of crap. There you go. There's your swear word. Let's call Dave back.
But you know that's extreme, right?
I don't actually.
Well, know it. That's that sorted.
Is she going to bring me an award? Dave's got headphones on. Dave has got headphones on. Dave, welcome to the TLNA karaoke. What can we do for you?
Oh, I'm not allowed to sing. I'm self-isolating. You can't sing if you self-isolate.
Yes, you can. In
can't
fact,
sing
you're
the rules.
encouraged to sing to keep your spirits up.
No, if you look at the rules, particularly around weddings, you can't sing because of spittle and stuff. It's
This guy.
Come on now, Dave.
No, I'm just not in a good.
All right, we will never bully anyone. Here's our vow, Dave, and you're right to point this out. This is our TLNA vow. We will never, ever, as long as we live, bully anyone into singing when they're in isolation. When they're out of isolation, it's open season. I'm afraid.
Sing it.
Sing it. But you're in
But
isolation.
okay.
No. Hey man, what can we do for you today?
Just calling up for a chat. I'm struggling a bit. I was struggling the last couple of days anyway, and then last night got a notification to say, "Oh, you were in contact with someone 2 days ago. You need to isolate." Having spent the weekend with family and then at a running event, although distanced with a load of people, so that's a bit annoying because I'm feeling a bit guilty about that. I couldn't have known, obviously.
It's a strange one. I understand the guilt, but the guilt isn't yours. It's a global pandemic, and the system is, as we all know, is a bit shonky.
Mm-hmm.
And like the bit I don't get is like looking at it. If I don't have symptoms, my wife doesn't have to isolate, but she's going to because it seems like the sensible thing. Because surely, if we spent the last 2 days together not being super careful, the likelihood is she's picked it up anyway. So it just seems bizarre to me that. If I need to isolate and she's been in close contact, why doesn't she? It just seems really inconsistent. It is inconsistent. And as someone suggested, can't he do a Gove? And it's a joke, but it's also true because Michael Gove, I think, did he go to Portugal or somewhere and came back and he went where people had it and he was notified you got to stay in. But then suddenly he's part of a new test scheme where you don't have to isolate. And they're trying it out with, I think, 2,500 people. Well, there's a surprise. I mean, there's a surprise. If ever we needed more evidence, it's them versus us. But it is inconsistent, Dave, and it sucks. And, the isolation feels like an old-fashioned thing from a year ago. But you're showing what a responsible citizen you are. So genuinely, thank you. Thank you, because it would be easy not to. And I was meant to be, I've mentioned before, I can't remember if it was on the show, but I'm kind of at work, kind of at the point of moving up to like the next level, which is quite a big jump. And I was meant to be in a senior leadership meeting today. Which I wouldn't normally go to. I'd been invited specially, which is in person, which I've had to miss because of it. No, and it's all that kind of stuff. It's like, look, I know I need to do it, but because I wasn't in a great place anyway, it's just, and I'm now struggling to focus. I've not worked at all today because I meant to be, but I just can't focus on it. And I just feeling pretty crappy.
Catherine, can you deal with this one? Because I feel I can hear what's going on, but after what I've just said, I think it would be inappropriate for me to wade in and go, "Come on, Dave," because that ain't going to work with me.
No.
And I know there isn't a quick answer, right? And I'm not, I'm not phoning up for someone to tell me.
First and foremost, what you're feeling is absolutely, that what you're feeling is absolutely normal, and it's been a flipping hard year. So this just feels like another kick in the balls, and I get it completely. But what solace can I give you? It's really temporary. And you're doing what you can because you're a good man.
Thank you, Catherine. I'm also glad I didn't ask my friend on Twitter to watch when we watched her dad's video.
Oh,
no!
Oh, you absolutely!
Oh no, you winker! You goddamn winker!
But then because I didn't know when you get to it, so I'm glad I didn't. I mean, you didn't get to the bit where he lowers them down in a bucket. It's amazing. But yeah, a-hole probably isn't the word that she'd be looking for. So.
I was joking.
I know.
You know. We know.
The duck rescuers have their own language, don't they?
It's
all done in affection.
Dave, peace and love, brother.
Hang in there.
Reach out in the mod chat anytime that you need to.
I'm not sure I was much solace there, but
Winchester Cathedral was not sung by Crosby, Stills and Nash. Let's just get that sorted. Coffee Talk, I think you just called in. We'll call you in a second. Thank you for the gifted subs. Thank you for all of the subs. If anyone can hold off until July the 1st because of a quirk of our contract with Twitch, if you sub this month, we don't get a penny. If you can hold over till July the 1st, we get 50% of everything that you sub here when we go behind the paywall. I know it's an irony, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Do you want to do something? I got a song.
Go for it. I can barely see out of my eye at this point.
What's wrong?
I think it's hay fever. I think it's hay fever.
Okay, well.
But do it.
Man up.
Well, I'm manning up.
Here we go. Let's go to some Carafun. Carafun has their songs in the right key, and it's. I just want to lift everybody. This is I dedicate to this my good friend Dave, who just called him, and I dedicate it to everyone who's dealing with mental health issues, and I dedicate this to everybody. Monday morning feels so bad. Everybody seems to nag me. Coming Tuesday, I feel better. Even my old man looks good. Wednesday just don't go. Thursday goes too slow. And on Friday on my mind. Gonna have fun in the city. Be with my girl, it's the wrong key again. I don't understand what's wrong with this scum that set me up on karaoke to fail. Well done for timing Gatford out. You bullied him when he called us to stop bullying, so that was great. That was irony.
It's the appropriate response, right?
Let's call this guy. We gotta play some adverts. We're behind on the. We'll play some adverts in a minute. There we go. Go live to New York City.
Look at the bright lights.
The bright lights.
Are you on Broadway?
How we doing, guys?
You're not on that microphone, I don't think, are you?
Opa.
Yeah, I should
No,
be.
tap it.
Tap it? I'm not.
Nope.
No.
Nobody.
Hold on. Oh,
This is Coffee Talk. Let's get a shout out for Coffee Talk in
there
the
we
chat.
go.
In the
Is it
chat.
on now? Check.
No?
There we go.
No, tap it.
No, I don't have to tap it. It's on. I see the light.
It's not on. We're not hearing it. It may be on in America, but in Britain,
nothing. You got nothing.
we can hear you, but you're coming through like your webcam or something. He'll do. He'll do. But
I'm a professional.
Well, you're as professional as us, and I'm sorry for that. What can we do for you, man?
Can we do Locomotive Breath? That's my go-to by Jethro Tull.
Jesus, Locomotive Breath.
Wow.
You need to get that microphone sorted out then. Get on the right microphone, because I want to hear you, because you're a little bit faint. And I want to hear you full.
So upsetting. I want to get this right.
And I want you to, and I know you can get it right.
On the Locomotive Breath. I got this.
I got to warn everyone, there's a slight delay between our music and that, because we're sending this via satellite, bouncing up in satellite, bouncing back down. It's not you.
I don't.
But here's my fear: because let's try it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Up than the two of you combined.
Let's do it. Here we go. It's coming.
Let's do it.
Here we go. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. No, not yet. 1, 2, 4. In the shuffling madness.
It's the all-time blue time, and long to is that. Well, it feels the piston screaming, steam breaking on his brow. Oh, Charlie
Steam breaking on his brow. Oh, Charlie Stove. Nope, going for it. Here we go. You're a little bit ahead, but I'm loving it. Oh, man alive.
The blue color killed me.
Tell me about it. I think I've got splinters in my lips.
I got blisters on my lips.
You gotta be more pumped than anything.
I like your voice. I like your attitude. I like stuff. I'm taking you through to boot camp. You're through to the next round. That's a golden kiss from me.
You look like a pop star. You sound like a pop star. You're a pop star.
Please don't do African voices.
with a freaking inhaler.
Coffee Talk. That was a joy. Always a joy. Thank you very much indeed. Here's what we need to do. First, I've got to play some adverts, and then I've got to unpublish this show because we're going to be
We're in deep doo-doo.
The doo down and dead about her. So let's unpublish this show.
You didn't realise I was multi-instrumentalist, did you? You didn't realise I...
Nope.
Gone.
No one realised. Unpublish. What a day. What a day. We've saved ducks. We've killed music. But we're having fun. Oh, Paul called him. Let's get this guy. I want to speak to this guy. Yeah, baby. But so yesterday, the bipolar was unbearable. Hence my tweet. I just had to get it out, man. And I'm a little bit nervous about talking to Paul. No, a little bit nervous about the blood test was to see whether I'm going to carry on with the lamotrigine, this medicine I'm on, this mood stabilizer. Here it comes. Here it comes now, singing, come on, Moni. Hey, man.
It's Rhythmic
Hello.
Paul.
Hello. How do, Paul?
Do good.
Do good.
Well,
It's a bad
do all-
word these days.
Do all right.
Sorry?
He's
Do
doing
all
all
right. Not good. All right.
You're doing all right.
Yeah. Dave, he stole my shtick. His story is my story.
Wow.
It's extraordinary.
You're being promoted at work and you missed an important meeting today. Huh?
Well,
Because that's what I heard. Did he say something else? I don't know. Did
the
Dave say
whole
something?
COVID isolation thing.
Oh.
Yeah. Since exposed last Tuesday and got the ping on Thursday, and had a whole day at work in between, which was interesting. Yeah. So
Well, the system is to cock. We know that. I don't think anyone would think ill of either you or Dave because it's not your fault. I remember at Talk Radio, we were still in the studio, and the first incidents were being reported, and they were trying to find the first person that spread it. And I remember saying, log this moment.
Yeah.
First of all, I joked about, let's find this guy and let's beat the crap out of him for bringing it in our country. And then I said, log this moment because we're talking about one person that's infecting a handful of people. That's going to be gone.
It was Ski Trip guy that got fingered for that, wasn't it? It probably wasn't.
Did they
even
find him in the end?
I thought it was the Ski Trip that they managed to localise it down. But it seems like a lifetime ago that they were looking at the first person, doesn't it?
Yeah. How are you feeling? How are you feeling in terms of spirit and soul?
I've had a couple of interesting moments in the past couple of weeks. Generally very stressed at the moment. I'm applying to our wonderful Home Office for the extension of my wife's visa to allow her to live in the same country as me.
Oh God.
Wow. And that's all kinds of interesting. And because I've ascended to the rank of board member for a couple of places, that means that the paperwork, which was like this, is now like that, and for reasons which aren't clear to me because I don't earn from any of my trusteeships. But anyway, that's more or less done now. I just have to write a covering letter and then cross my fingers and my toes that they don't reject it because there's a full stop in the wrong place. So there's that. But I had a couple of emotional surprises. That just completely caught me, as I said, by surprise, and have exposed to me the fact that I've not been dealing with all of this as well as I'd thought, which is interesting. So I'm dealing with that as well, and currently have a lot of time on my hands. So time is good and time is not good. Simple.
I always think of you as being very, because you often come on and you give great advice. You're very sage, very wise, is how I see you. I'm not taking the piss. And you often just come in and just throw in the right little
Calm
dart.
and serene.
But do other people see you like that? And I wondered if you felt a pressure or felt something negative when you're the one that is feeling vulnerable.
Some people see me like that. Some people don't see me at all, which is understandable. We've all got our own business going on. Do I feel a pressure? No. I'm on my own journey. And yeah, layers of an onion. There's always more to dissect. And
more will be revealed.
Here's what I notice, because I'm often the person that people lean on and don't think about the fact that they're leaning, right? And when I require the same thing back, for some people, that's terrifying. That's terrifying. They don't know what to do with it because I'm not supposed to feel that stuff.
Are you a Leo?
Yeah.
You are. So am I.
Isn't that strange?
It relates to your situation very, very much. But I have a go-to person in Australia. Bizarrely, we used to live in the same country a long time ago. When I have a stumbling block, I'll get on the old Skype and we'll have a little chat.
It's important, I think, just to have at least one person. That one person.
May I ask you a question that you are under an obligation to answer?
Please.
Who doesn't see you? It's a very interesting choice of phrase. Some people don't see me at all.
Yeah. Well, I'd argue the people who are busy with their own stuff.
You'd argue?
I'd argue, he said.
Again, that's another interesting word.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah.
So some people don't see you at all, and you'd argue that they've got their own stuff.
Well, that's all part of not taking it personally, isn't it?
Now, that's interesting. Why did you feel the need to save him then? Because
I identify with him.
No, but we don't know what we don't know. But it's interesting that there's a, and I was enjoying that silence, but it was uncomfortable, and I just wondered why you felt the need to then go in and save him.
Because that's my default, isn't it?
There we go.
This is delicious.
This is what I've been learning for the last 8 months.
Yeah, no,
in action.
Wonderful.
And it's interesting that some of us, and I have it sometimes, although I'm really learning to resist it, and it's not a criticism at all, but that was a question specifically at you. There was a silence that was, I found it uncomfortable. I make up you two did, I don't know. And you felt the need to puncture it, to save Paul. It's not a criticism at all, so please, I hope you don't take it that way. And I could see Paul kind of giggling and getting a little bit uncomfortable, and I was really keen to see where that was going to go. It's interesting. It's interesting. It's human nature. We all have roles that we're not necessarily just one role. We might have different ones, but we all have roles. Being a saviour is perhaps a loaded word, but jumping into save is not a bad thing or anything. It's just interesting to notice, isn't it? And I wonder what would have happened for you if you hadn't have said anything. What was going on inside of you at that moment? I'm also aware this is slightly, I just saved you then. I'm also aware this is slightly artificial because we're doing a show.
Yeah.
So we are, but I just wonder what was going on for you when you jumped in.
I think it was subliminal. I don't think I even thought twice about it. I think I just needed to resolve to help.
How do you feel now that I've pointed it out?
I feel seen. That's the word. That's the word, isn't it? But I don't. That's what I'm like.
Interesting.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though, as well with me is that I find it really hard to accept someone to lean on myself, because I never want to feel like I'm not in that much trouble. I'll be all right, is what I say to myself all the time, and mostly when I'm not. Yeah, and
as you've said, you're not hinted, you said you're going through something massive.
I'm going to say it. I'm going to say what's been happening. So yeah, because everyone who's in it knows, right? Me and my husband have split up, and so he's been out in his own place for about 3 weeks, and there's no drama. It's already amicable, and that frightens people. Here's something I've noticed that really frightens people, because when this stuff happens, because we've been married for nearly 15 years and always seemed to be mates, and we were mates, and that's kind of what it's ended up being. We're still mates, but it's just we're not really a couple anymore. Not a couple anymore. But we're actually both relieved now it's been spoken and now things have been sorted out as far as the living arrangements are concerned. And the hardest thing was telling the children, and it was a shock for them because there's been no plates thrown, there's been no suits cut up or anything like that. It's not been dramatic. It's just been a slow kind of dissolution. And people are terrified by that because what they need is, she did this wrong, he did that wrong, that's not going to happen to us. But here's the terrifying thing. If this can happen to us and we're all right, maybe your relationship isn't great. And that's what I'm finding with some people. There are people who've been through it and get it, and there are other people who desperately need to know that someone did something, right? No one did anything. And that terrifies them even more. And, I've spent the last sort of year and a half of lockdown just trying to make things as normal as possible for the kids. And there comes a time when you realise that what has become normal isn't right for the kids. And that's what we found. The relief between us two, having called it and having sorted things out, is immense. We're being super careful with the kids and making sure they know exactly what's what, and that they are safe and that they are loved and they've done nothing wrong and all those things, right? We're saying all the stuff. I'm sure we're missing something, possibly, but we're being really thoughtful about it. No one's fallen out with anyone else's in-laws or anything like that. We're all, what we've said is that we're still a team, we just live in different places. And that's what's been going on. And it's been interesting to wake up without feeling a sense of dread every morning. That's when you know the way you're living isn't right. And it wasn't awful. We weren't awful to each other. There were no arguments. So in some ways, it might have been easier if there were, because it would have been more obvious that we needed to do something quickly. We could have carried on like that for years and years, and there are people that do. Whether it's the right thing for the kids, I don't know. I want to show them something healthy. So I'm hoping that's where we'll get to in the end. But it's very, 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 very early days, and I still think that maybe we're kidding ourselves, that this is okay. But it feels okay. That's where it is. I'm a few years ahead of you, and they're always copying me. And you've seen how wonderful and happy and loving and thrilled my kids are at the way things have worked out between me and my mum. I wondered if that offered any hope. A bit. I mean, our situation is different in that I'm not telling anyone else's story, but our situation is different. It's a different kind of relationship, and but yes, I know. Here's the thing, I recognise the fact that me trying to suck it up for the kids is actually showing them something unhealthy, right? And it's something that has been happening, particularly with women throughout history, which is marriage is supposed to be difficult. You're supposed to look out for the kids. They're your top priority now. It's not about you anymore, right? But I've got 2 daughters. And it came to a point where I said to myself, if my children were in this position, would I want them to suck it up? No. I would want them to be able to tell me. And I really believe that telling the truth and taking what comes with that frees the people around you up in the end. It frees them up in the end. I was so worried about what my parents might say. My parents have been together and apparently blissfully happy for years and years, right? Since they got married at 21, they're still married now and they're in their 60s. And part of that, seeing them just thoughtlessly cuddling each other, there was a moment where my dad was sitting at the end of the garden watching his grandchildren play, and I was sitting at the other end of the garden with a cup of tea talking to my mum, and she went, let me just sort your dad out with a drink. And she took a drink over to him, and this was like a moment for me. She put that drink on the garden table next to him, and he pulled her onto his knee and gave her a kiss on the cheek, and it was just so natural and loving. And that is the house I grew up in, and I realised that was not the house my children were growing up in. I want that. And if I can't do that, then I don't want to pretend, and I'll just build something different. So that's where we're at. I know enough people whose parents pressed on for the sake of the kids and weren't fooling anyone to know that it's a whole different kind of damage you're doing. So there we are.
How do you feel now you said that?
Better. I feel every time something happens, that's another little step. everything, it's just slightly lighter. And that's the point. And I managed to say it without crying. And there are moments, I'm not saying that it's like, you know, he left the house and it was it wasn't that at all, right? There are still moments where the kids have gone to bed and I'm thinking, well, who am I going to talk to now? Or I look at, you know, an empty clothes rail. But when he comes round now, we talk. You know, when he leaves, we all hug him. He's not coming in a crestfallen man, which is what I was starting to see. And that was the turning point. And I thought, I'm not fooling anyone and neither is he. And actually now his shine is starting to go. And when you see someone that you have loved on the phone to a work colleague laughing his head off and thinking, I can't remember the last time he did that in this house. That ain't right. It isn't right. So that's it. So yeah, I'm not saying it's all glorious by any means, but it is a bit better. It's quite a lot better a lot of the time. And we're still talking. God, we did it before anything dramatic happened. And you know, the longer it goes on, the more likely it is that it's going to take something, a betrayal or a big row or something for it to happen. Or it does, or it just never does and you just ruin your kids' lives. And your own. And it's okay to say, I'm not willing to sacrifice my future for this. It's okay to say that. But it's taken a lot of unprogramming for me to see that. Because, you know, you're supposed to just do it for the kids, aren't you? What you're doing for the kids, though. You've got to ask yourself that. Would you be happy with that for your children? So... let's see what's next. But I'm not dreading the future anymore. That's something, right?
And can I just show how mature I'm being? I really want to type into my laptop "Love on the Rocks" karaoke. I won't do it. Always knew Depp said, "Ian, get your guitar." I won't do it. I'm mature. I'm maturing. Thank you for sharing that.
My parents are virtually. When they came over the other day and they said I'd said I was feeling a bit low about it. You could see the relief on my parents' face because it was like, now we can help. Even if it's just to come round with a cup of tea. But yeah, people do get frightened by it, don't they?
Yeah. And also handling it in the way, the amazing way I think that you're handling it, doesn't take away the sadness of it. It's sad.
Yeah. And it's grief. And that's why it kind of sneaks up on you. Oh, bless you.
Bless you. That's the Delta variant. Apparently the Delta variant is sneezy.
Well, I sneeze all the time, so how would we ever know? Anyway, herein ends the confession. Thanks very much for listening to it.
Thank you for sharing that.
I felt like I was ready to do it for a while. Now that everyone in the family knows, and what I didn't want was some sort of stray tweet landing in a family member's timeline.
I think some people guessed. Lots. I was kind of reading the comments out of there, and everyone is actually being really harsh on you. Listen, sometimes marriages don't. No, everyone is sending you lots of love and being very delightful.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it.
And a hug?
Yeah.
Come here. Oh, my mate.
Thank you. Well done, everyone.
Well done, everybody. Oh.
Anyway, what I'm saying is we'll be all right. We just got to carry on.
And I think it's interesting that we have Paul on the line. You know, it's that vibe, Paul. You have that. I know you're struggling a little bit at the moment, but you have that aura that makes it comfortable for people to share stuff, and that's a gift. That's a gift. So thank you.
Thanks, Paul.
Thank you. I'm going to say it. Thank you, me.
Love you, guys.
Everyone say thanks to Ian.
Cock Bongo says, Paul is still on the call, by the way. We noticed. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that moment.
Big love to you both.
Thank you, dude. Tatty bye.
Boom.
There's a little buzz.
What I should have done is save it for the first night of Patreon and say, find out after the jump.
That would have been juicy. We need to learn how to
ride the drama.
Monetize this. Should we stop and get some lunch? I got a pizza I can put in the oven.
Hey, that sounds great.
You done, or do you want to end on some? Do you want to have some? You know,
I'm all good.
I think we should. We're done. I think we're done. Anything else you want to say?
Yeah. Up your bum.